Hello, friends. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you for coming to another episode of the Bobbi Jo and Sheena show. We are two mindset coaches, and we're just here to help you find peace of mind because you're creating your reality with your thoughts. I love coming here with Sheena daily, Monday through Friday on YouTube. Subscribe, like us. I never know what we're going to talk about. So, Sheena, what are we going to talk about today,
I don't
friend?
know what we're talking about. I hope you were telling me. But no, if you notice what I'm doing now, Bobby Joe, because you pointed out my face, whenever I'm listening to you. So I thought I would have a look at what my face is when I'm looking at you. And I look so serious and lost. I just thought I'm going to put a smile on my face from now on when you're talking. Because before I was just like, because I was so lost in your words. I
Yeah.
forget my face looks lost as well. So I decided to smile now. Anyway, what could we talk about today? I guess one of the things that have been really pertinent for me this week is how to feel God. Now, just come back to me if you're scared of that word. Just come back
Yep, you
to
just scared everyone off. Yep.
it. Come back because it's all about how to feel good. Yeah. I don't know. I just changed it like that. And so here's the things that Neville Goddard always said that feeling is the secret. And, I was been talking with my clients before about guilt and shame. And literally that, drop the circumstances, drop the judgment, drop the labels, and just feel the feeling. And you'll find that it's just energy. So that was one way. But then I started to notice, during the 40 days and 40 nights, and it's just like, well, we don't need a glass of wine, we're just going to have sparkling water. But then my body seemed to want, a glass of wine. And so I asked myself, well, what is the wine giving you? And so I sat with the feeling of what I thought the wine would give me. And then I recognized that, oh, I don't need the wine. The wine didn't make me feel like that. Before, I'd been handing all the power over to wine. And I realized that, oh, I'm the one. I can feel it anyway. So I just sat in the feeling of it. I closed my eyes. I had a glass of wine in my imagination. I felt the goodness of it. I dropped the wine. I dropped the judgment. And I just felt the feeling. And I recognized it then. And I went, oh my goodness, this is what feeling God, what feeling good is. It's just the feeling. It just is. Love it exactly where you are.
Sorry. And you said that, and it's about having the awareness of being in yourself. And she said, I asked myself, what is it I want? But a lot of times we just go and pop the cork and we're drinking the wine, and before we can really ask ourselves, what is it we looking for out of this? Whether it's food or whether it's sex. I mean, there's addictions and habits in so many ways, and it's a fine line between the two. What is a habit and what is an addiction? Sometimes it's just bad habits. But I love that you actually just stopped yourself, had the awareness, and asked yourself, what is it I'm looking for? What is the feeling that we're feeling? Because we do things. And the feeling, remember, is just the word for the vibration we're in. But you didn't just react and just go and just drive or just do, that you were really present. And that's where the gift is. And whatever you call God, it could be source energy. For me, when I started this journey 5 years ago, people who are God people kind of tripped me up. I walk away. Whoa, that's a little too intense for me. And why? Because it was my paradigm of growing up with an atheist father and my stepfather and my mom who feared God. So, but I love how Wayne Dyer says it, right? If you're dyslexic, you call it dog. And so I love how you said God could be good, but it's the same energy. It's universal energy. I call it infinite intelligence. I love how Wattis Waddles calls it formless substance. And when you say it that way, you realize it's not he in the sky, but that it is this energy that's just everywhere, that's paying attention. And what it's paying attention to is if your affirmations are, we're going all over the place here, but it's all tying into the same thing. I am prosperity. I am getting this job, right? Like you're almost saying it so much, but you're saying it, but the energy of it is lack. And the formless substance, it's everywhere. You're not being fooled by your affirmations that you're saying so strong. It's feeling the energy that you're in lack, that you're in fear, you're not gonna get the job. So what's it gonna bring you? It's gonna bring you the feeling. And she did say it. Neville Goddard, look him up. He's pretty brainy. He's ahead of his time when he wrote these books back probably in 1900 1950. I'm not even sure exactly, but he is amazing. And it is. I have the book up here that it is in the secret is in the feeling. And that's what we're always talking about. What do you want? but there's so many levels here, and then we'll get off, and we're just going to talk about this all week because we were going to talk about intentions. So, if you're a couple and you want to work things out and you're having hard times, it's recently somebody reached out to me and said that, do you do do you do counseling with couples? And I said, yes, absolutely. But it's like, but if you're in your back of your mind, you're like, okay, yeah, I'll try to make it work, but you're kind of like tapped out and you're really done and you're just kind of doing this, give it, the intention is always going to win because it's the feeling. You're already done. You've already tapped out. So when we talk about feeling, so that's what she talked about God. It's the goodness, it's the feeling, it's the peace of mind. It's knowing that the universe really does have your back. And I know I could all of a sudden like hear people who have bad luck all the time are always just hand over fist trying to get food. And I can hear you saying, oh, God hasn't helped me any, Bobbi Jo. But you know what? It's because you're feeling in lack. Somewhere in your past, you were an abused animal. That's what I've been called. You're an abused animal, so your vibration is in lack and unworthiness. And that's what you need to work on to realize that the abundance is here for everyone, just not me or Sheena or anyone else that you kind of look at and think that they have something that you would like. You have it too. You just need to learn to get on that, as Bob Proctor used to say, get on that vibration. When you're calling your mom, you don't call your dad, they're different vibrations, but that's it. You can push yourself through, but you can't. You got to see, I'm pushing because I'm vibrating in the lack. So it's pretty heady. We covered a lot of topics off of just a glass of wine there, Sheena. So I don't know if you want to say anything in closing, but stay tuned because we're going to do 4 other segments right now.
Yeah, there's just one more thing. I mean, if you are experiencing lack right now, don't be thinking for one moment that Bobbi Jo and I have not been there. And I look back and I see that every single lack moment in my life was pure abundance. I mean, I absolutely see the love in those moments, in everything that I have, would say, gone through, but everything that I have been brought through have been the most abundant, because everything brought me back to me, to love, to unconditional love. And I give thanks for everything that I have seen. So remember to like and share if you think that there's somebody who could, listen to this. Like and share and register, and I'll see you next time. Cheerio now.